I'm your host and professional chef, Zach Attwood. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make the best bacon wrapped jalapeños. And I might even give you a few tips and tricks along the way. Let's get started. You'll need 1 package of cream cheese, some garlic salt, some bacon, and 5 or 6 jalapeños. Wash the jalapeños. Next, you need to grab yourself a cutting board and a sharp knife. Before you start cutting the jalapeños, make sure they're dried off, just so that when you're cutting them, your hands don't slip. Once you have that, begin cutting the stems off of each jalapeno. Then, you need to cut them in half long ways. Make sure that throughout this process, you wash your hands constantly, just to keep the juice residue from the jalapenos off of you. And finally, grab a spoon and scoop out the white layer inside the jalapeno, and of course, the seeds. Next, you need to grab yourself a decent sized bowl. Next, you want to open up your package of cream cheese. And then just plop it in the bowl. Now, it can be tough to mix up the cream cheese, so I'll occasionally put it in the microwave just to make it a little softer. Next, you want to add your garlic salt, only a couple shakes. And after that, you just want to mix it up. Now you're ready to fill the jalapenos up with cream cheese. So what I usually do, just take a spoonful of cream cheese, I'll plop it into the jalapeno, and I usually just fill it all the way up to the top. Just depends on how much you like cream cheese. Now it's time to pull out your bacon. Now it's time for the wrapping. What I usually do is I'll cut 1 slice of bacon in half. And then just grab myself a jalapeno. Pretty much wrap it like so, just around the jalapeno completely. Try not to overlap. And then I'll grab a toothpick just to keep this in place. Before we get started on the next step, you want to set the oven to 400 degrees. Make sure when you're putting them down that they're evenly spaced so none of them stick to each other. Now that you have them on the pan, it's time to put them in the oven. Now, I'll usually put them in the oven for about 25 minutes, or for you other people, about 1 episode of The Office. Now that the jalapenos look like they're done, we're going to take them out of the oven and set them out to cool. Now, I'll usually leave them out for about 5 minutes, just to make sure your mouth doesn't get burned when eating them. Now that the jalapenos are cool, they're ready to be eaten. But make sure you have a cup of milk nearby, because things can get pretty hot. Alright, now that they're cool, let's give one a try. I'm your host and professional chef, Zach Attwood, signing off.